This is my creation. Call him Sparky.
Sparky.
僕の操作にすぐ反応するインテリジェントターボメカ。映像が自由にコントロールできるジョグシャトル。これが僕の世代のビデオだ。
すごい。
パナソニックハイファイマックロード F70。
パナソニック。
Hello there.
Kakatan here.
I'm the Bendu.
We are back for another episode of the Dork Forces podcast on this very spooky 14th of October. Hello there indeed, and welcome. How's everybody doing?
Yes, coming at you live from the Witch's Road, as it were. This one's going to be a fairly shorter episode. We have some slight Agatha stuff to kind of go over, a little bit of Star Wars stuff to go over. But yes, thank you everyone for joining us on another wonderful Monday. Hellos to everyone in the chat. Yes, spooky season all around. Something that we were kind of talking about before going live was how it's a little awkward, the fact that Halloween is on a Thursday this year. So I was just kind of curious, like what
middle of the damn week, like
yeah. I'm curious what people's plans are for Halloween. So in the chat, kind of let me know. I know it's a little early in the month as well, but
yes. Like cast spells. Yeah, he does.
I'm currently in a different part of the Sanctum Sanctorum this evening. Yes, my other.
This is a very wizardly background. I like it. It looks good.
This is true. I don't know why there's like this sort of like anti-space anti-shape that's like kind of like shadow not shadow, but like
that's your shadow clone who you killed and stole his power to be an even more powerful wizard.
Yes.
You got to be careful though, because if you let your guard down, the shadow will take over, become the real Bendu.
I know, right? That shit ain't happening. We're not letting no shadow wraiths take over.
Yeah, Bendu's just he's telecommuting in from the Witch's Road right now.
Yes, so I mean, Agatha-wise, we have 4 episodes left of the 9.
Yes.
We just finished episode 5. I forget. Have you been watching, or are you waiting?
I'm all caught up.
Nice.
I'm there. I'm along for the ride. I'm very confused, but I'm having a good time.
Yeah, man.
I'm having a good time.
Yeah. So
that's a big hit tonight. I dig it. You should make that a thing.
Thank you. I mean, we could make this a thing. It is a little bit more private in the current space that I'm in versus the other one. But yeah, okay. So I mean, going right into it, I guess Agatha wise, it's very shout out to Catherine Hahn, because there's so many different points within like episode 1 up till like now, currently episode 5, where like she does this great job of you wanting to sympathize with Agatha and sort of like, I don't know if it's the way that she's acting it or the way that it was written, but both. Like
they're humanizing her for sure.
Like they keep shooting it and filming it in this way. Like you also, as like some of the other witches and now the teen, you want to give Agatha a second chance, even though there's been no track history. There's been nothing at all that's given us any reason to be like, oh yeah, no, Agatha totally deserves to get her powers back. Like, absolutely.
Exactly. There's
absolutely,
nothing that's,
And then
no
she's
real
like,
logic
totally.
behind
Like, we should
she
all
deserves her redemption.
go together. We all need to like get our magic together. We should all go down the road together. And it's like,
and she's using them up one by one. They're dropping like flies.
Just like forgetting like everyone's gonna die. And then
I don't love that they're killing like my favorite characters each episode. That kind of stings.
Yeah.
Like Mrs. Hart was hilarious. First one to go, right? Of course.
Dude, Sharon, yeah. The fact that they kept
and the detective, she's the second one to go. That was terrible.
The fact that they kept refusing to use her real name also like was just I knew that was going to come and bite them in the ass at some point.
I'm convinced that that she's going to have a larger role and that Mrs. Hart is in fact a powerful witch and she didn't really die.
Maybe. So that's what
she's
everyone
going to show back
Twitter,
up at the end and be like in the league with this kid, maybe.
So after this most recent episode,
Alice, that was the other
Alice,
name.
yeah, dude. So everyone on Twitter is thinking that she's not quite dead yet because there are other teasers and other clips within Agatha trailers where we still see that she's alive, and we haven't seen.
Speaking of which, yeah, a mid-season trailer just came out. Have you seen it?
I think I've seen the one that they put on Instagram that like really kind of blatantly says what the teenage boys or the teenage character's name is.
Right. Yeah, I want to ask you about that. So they're just blatantly saying his name as if we should know that by now. Am I missing something, or was the reveal at the end of that last episode not really like explicit in any way?
I didn't think it was like massively explicit.
Homeboy, like teen does his magic thing.
Yeah.
Does their magic thing, and like everyone's all, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see with like the purple headband on, and everyone all of a sudden like, oh, confirmed. I'm like, what is confirmed? That he wears purple headbands? Like, what's the connection here that I'm missing?
So the immediate,
I watched WandaVision. I don't get why that's supposed to be obvious.
So MCU or just like comic book also costume wise, Billy Maximoff or Wiccan has usually had like kind of a more bluish, like kind of like sparkly space bodysuit, but then like has had like either a silver or a blue headband and like either a bright red scarf or a red cape.
Got it. So the blue headband was supposed to be like this immediate giveaway. That is Wiccan.
And then Wiccan's magic predominantly in the comics, and in the one episode in WandaVision near the season finale or series finale where we get to see little kid Billy like use blue magic and like kind of mind control people. There was supposed to be a lot of similarities with the magic that was used to the magic that like Billy or Wiccan is supposed to have. So it's like there's a lot of potential there.
He was one of the kids in WandaVision, and we see him use his magic at the end of WandaVision, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And those are the kids. Those are the sons that Wanda created out of magic and like out of.
So he doesn't technically exist outside of this illusion.
Well, she did because she manifested them. So in the comic books, like, they're still actual like living people.
Did she manifest them in a different way than she manifested the rest of Westview, though? Because Westview's not real.
Yes.
So, but the kids are real.
Yes.
But she manifested both of them. But one's real.
So Westview, it was more of like she just did a gloss over. Like she already took the town that existed and she just.
Okay, that was my question. So Westview's real. It's a real place that she glamoured.
Yes. Yes.
I thought she like created it, and
no,
the buildings weren't really there.
She glamoured the whole town. But her
family, so Westview's a real place. I was confused.
Created herself.
Got it. So Westview's real. The kids are real too, even though they were
somehow.
Born inside
so they'll have to explain. So if it really is Billy Maximoff, they'll have to explain in the next 4 episodes like how exactly he is real, and like if it was something where when Agatha initially kidnapped the teenagers, like if she did something like while they were in the basement when she still had full power, like. They'll still have to explain that whole thing as to like how.
Do we know that they're not still in Westview?
I mean, they all know that they're in the road, which is its own like purgatory.
Right. But they opened but the place that they opened the road from, were they inside or outside of Westview when they opened the road?
Oh, they were still inside Westview. They were inside Agatha's old house.
Okay. So all of this could potentially not be real.
No,
they entered the Westview glam version of the road, potentially. It's possible.
No.
You don't think so?
No, because Wanda's already dead. This is all still...
but clearly she's not. This
is all still taking place after Multiverse of Madness.
I don't know. I feel like it's too obvious that Wanda is definitely not really dead.
I think what they're trying to allude to is that because Wiccan in the comics has the ability to warp reality, quote unquote, he's probably going to try to find a way to bring his mom back from the dead, which is probably either going to have a pet cemetery kind of effect to it or not. But like, because the first few episodes,
That's extremely ironic that a guy is
the
not
first
real.
couple episodes we've had, right? Like the first,
Yeah.
or I guess not the first episode, but the second one when they're all drinking the wine and they're in the house
Right.
and they're getting poisoned. It's definitely like kind of a shout out to Stepford Wives. And then episode 3 when they're doing the jam session and that we see like the giant red-faced black, like the fucking like demon like fire bat thing that was part of the ancestral curse on Alice. That shit was
Right.
totally out of like The Conjuring.
Yes,
And,
yes. I love that they've been riffing off of
yes.
different horror movies like in every episode, kind of.
So that one was definitely paying homage to like the demon designs that like came out of the Insidious movies and like Sinister. And
I've
then
totally
this most
noticed
recent-
that trend. It's
Yeah,
super
and
cool
then
when
this
they do
most
that.
recent episode with Agatha's trial,
Camp Crystal Lake,
with the
Evil
Ouija
Dead,
board.
like it's all the Cabin in the Woods kind of movies. Yeah, I totally picked up on that one like straight away. Yeah, that's really fun. That's a really fun, like you can tell that the filmmakers are having a really fun time like exploring and paying homage to their own influences through this. Like I imagine it was the same for WandaVision. Like everyone who was a fan of shows like I Love Lucy and like Bewitched and Modern
Malcolm
Family,
in
like
the
all the various Malcolm in the Middle, yeah, exactly. All the various things that they were like riffing off of. Like there's love there. You can tell. Same thing here with all these horror influences in Agatha. And that has been one of my favorite elements of the show, I think. Do you think the Salem 7, like we know that that's the original coven that tried to kill her, right? With her mom?
So we found out that those are
Or is it the 7
children.
or is it the 7 people that she walked the road with originally?
No, so the Salem 7 are the children of the witches that Agatha has killed, who have plotted to kill her. They're just on a murder mission because they're like, yo, you killed our
Presumably
mom.
they had kids long before she killed them.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if she murdered all the moms, the daughters must have been born before that point, right?
Well, yeah, that's how they all.
They're all like hundreds of years old, right? Because they're all witches. So okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So they're all still hunting her down because they still have to plot vengeance. We still don't even know a shitload about like fucking Aubrey Plaza's character, Rio, of whom is the quote unquote original Green Witch. But like her Funko.
I don't get what's green about her besides the one time she pulled a flower out of her hand just to make a point. What green stuff has she done?
So with green stuff with her, you kind of have to think about it in like a Warhammer sort of Nurgle kind of way. You got to think about it.
Warhammer has its own green stuff. That's what you use to make the minis custom. You put green, slap some green stuff on there, and then he's got 3 arms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that too. So like for her, the green comes with decay. It comes with rot. It comes with all the stuff that comes out of death, like moss and all the things.
Sounds like they really just wanted a necromancer, but couldn't use the word necromancer, so they called her a green witch and changed the definition to decay and dead stuff.
Well, because it's different, right? If you're a necromancer, you're reanimating dead tissue, where that's not necessarily what rot or decay is. You're just making something break down faster, or you're like creating.
So she makes things decay. That's her power.
Yeah.
That's her like her forte, basically.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what her whole deal is.
She's
So
keeping
like, how is she a green witch?
She's keeping it completely close to the chest, and that's what's fucking weird because all the other witches, all the other ladies are too fucking distracted by like all the dangerous shit that's going on. Understandably, completely, they're just like, we need to keep our heads above water, and like Agatha is clearly the bigger fucking threat here. But at the same time, we have this silent, giggly potential other serial killer who's just like, don't mind me. Like, yeah.
It's one of those situations. It's like the
like,
scenario is really fun to watch and see where it's going to go. But if you think about it too long, the logic of like why all these people would agree to do this, like it's like the more you think about it, it's like, would they really sign up for this?
Oh, that's
and
the
put
thing.
themselves in this scenario. Like, would you rather just stay a squib and like have your little care product stall, or do you want to like risk life and limb and do all this? Like, it's crazy.
Right. So that's kind of what I'm thinking also, is because the fact that they're all going into it for their own selfish means and not to make the group as a whole stronger together. They're all doing it for their own individual like purposes, but they're going collectively. Like, it's automatically going to be their downside or downfall. Like the reason.
So is Billy walking the road because he wants to be a real boy?
Kind of.
Is that what he wants out of the road? No, because he's already real. You said he's already real. He exists.
Yeah, I think he wants to bring his mom back from the dead and wants to like be
That makes
able
sense.
to like I don't know remember things because like even when he was talking to Agatha in the car, he still had the sigil over his mouth that like couldn't find out what his name is, or like when he would try to give his backstory, like his voice would get all muffled. But Agatha was still snapping her fingers like close to her ears, so like she could still hear, but it was whatever he was saying to her. Like,
Whatever it was either an M or a W, which could be Wanda or it could be Maximoff. You know,
well, it's definitely an
or
M.
a W for witch. You know?
No, so it was definitely like a cursive M, but the issue was it was either Maximoff or Mephisto. So because it's all like,
Why would it be Mephisto?
because he's the demon dude who deals with deals and like gives shit to people. And
I feel like I
Mephisto
hear his
is going
name
to be-
so much in theories. I feel like people just really, really, really want stuff to be Mephisto,
I know, right?
but
Well,
nothing
that's the
really
thing, too.
indicates that it's
So, like,
Mephisto
that's
any
the
of those
thing, too.
times. Now we're
Well, like,
talking,
that's
Wyatt.
another
It's an
thing.
M from Morbius. That's canon.
So like that's another
Every time
thing.
he tries to
because,
explain,
like,
it's Morbin.
what was the point? What was the point of saying Agatha's son's name if it potentially isn't like if the teen potentially couldn't be Agatha's son also? Because I even had to Google who the fuck is like Thaddeus
No.
Snatch or Nathaniel Snatch or whatever the fuck his name was.
His name was Bandersnatch.
He ends up being a massive Fantastic Four villain for whatever reason. So Agatha's son ends up learning a whole shitload of magic. He ends up forming or like not creating, but like I don't know, whatever it is when you found a town or whatever, you know. So like he like creates New Salem and then creates
Talking
like
about Nicholas Scratch and Sniff.
Nicholas Scratch, and then he creates like a new group called the Salem Seven, and then like he learns a bunch of shit from Dormammu. Dormammu convinces him to try to let him into like the real world, and then the Fantastic Four get involved because he's
cool.
Like,
So Dormammu comes back into the fold in this a little bit. Not necessarily the story we're told, but in the lore of how we got here. That's cool. I thought Dormammu was fascinating in Doctor Strange. I just thought of it though. You know what the M totally stands for on it when he's trying to explain like what it actually comes from? This is gonna blow your mind.
It's magic.
The M, it's for Marvel.
True,
Huh?
man. It's true.
Huh?
That's so
Think about it.
like,
Really makes you
No.
think. Yeah, the M's for
Mephisto is
Marvel.
just a demon we
MCU.
find along the way. But yeah, so because it's like this isn't Wanda's first time walking the road. Mephisto is MCU's Snoke. Exactly. I would
Snoke theory
easily
sucks.
go that far. God, my nose is running.
Well, you better go catch it, Bendu.
But yeah, no, like there's definitely a lot. There's a lot.
Interesting. Well, I want to watch the mid-season trailer because I haven't actually seen it yet. Might give us an idea of what to expect moving forward here. So, yeah, Agatha all along mid-season trailer. I think it's weird that they drop a mid-season trailer when there's no interruption in the season. You know, it's not like there's a break or anything. But I guess it's just to maintain the hype moving forward.
Yeah, because we get 2 episodes and then the final 2 episodes come out on the same night.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting. Well, that'll be fun. I'll get to watch them both in a row there. Gesundheit, by the way.
God damn.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Oh.
Yeah, it's weird. Is this what it feels like to not be a reactor? To be like, oh, they're dropping 2 episodes at once? Sweet. Because, like, oh, man, like when we're reacting to a show and they give us like a triple episode premiere, it's like, oh, my God, we're going to be up to like 4 a.m. trying to cut this thing together. But when you're just a casual audience member, like, yeah, hell yeah, 2 episodes?
It's true.
Sounds like
Also,
a good
these
time.
episodes-
I'll be on the couch, you know?
They've been going back and forth between like 45 minutes to like 35 minutes. So
Yeah, some of them have felt kind of short. Yeah, I
Is
agree.
Bendu getting Gengar Crocs? No, I refuse. I refuse to ever wear Crocs in my life.
Oh, like the shoes, I thought that was some disease. Oh no, is he getting Gengar Crocs because he's sneezing so much? It's like, oh, you're talking about the Pokemon and the shoe. Man, I am just like slow today. I swear. But yeah, everyone's stuffing your soul back through your nose right now.
Yeah, no, it's dust. It's dust.
We got you. We got you. Yeah, what's it like? You got dust storms going on right now?
Not right now.
Last time we were talking, it was like Tatooine over there.
I know. It's still like in the hundreds during the day. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We thankfully get 79 degrees in the mornings in Phoenix, but like by 3 o'clock to still kind of now, it's in the triple digits to 90s. But
not okay.
But yeah, I know.
Okay.
Agatha's been great. I feel really bad not having Rings of Power, so I've been like making a conscious effort to play more of the Lord of the Rings magic cards that I have.
Hell yes.
Like, I've just been playing the shit out of Sauron, the Dark Lord, and I'm just like,
I've actually been playing some Shadow of Mordor too recently. Just taking a fight to the orcs, trying to get some justice for Adar.
I know, dude. God,
yeah.
I'm still not over it's so fucking tragic. It's so fucking tragic. And then that bitch Purgo or whatever the fuck his name is, Gurgle gets the
Gloog. His name is Gloog. You're so mean to poor Gloog, man. He's doing the best he can.
He gets stabbed in the neck like a fucking traitor.
Yeah, he really did. He really got, didn't he?
You got
Gloog was doing the best he could, man. He had a little orc baby and an orc wife at home that he was trying to provide for. And yeah, he made the bad call, man. He should have backed Adar. It would have been a whole lot better for him. But I mean, it's Sauron. What are you gonna do? It's Sauron. Like,
I know, dude.
The most skilled manipulator in existence. How are you gonna say no to him?
He's gaslighter and fucking. Oh, look at what you made me do. Oh no!
I know. He's filling with fucking arrows and then being like, "This is your fault. I don't want to do this.
Fucking audacity.
You're making me like what the hell? It's like insane levels of gaslighting on this poor man.
It was
poor Brim.
Next level, absolutely next level. Like I'm still not quite over it. Like plus it was
no, me either.
Just visually, it's still so fucking beautiful too. Like
when you come up for Emerald City, we're gonna have to sit and watch like the last 2 episodes of season 2 together, like the battle and then the conclusion, because like there's too many thoughts. You and I need to go through it like scene by scene and just nerd out. There's so much cool stuff happened, but like it's a lot, man. It's a lot. 100%. The Jesus Christ Superstar shot with Anatar coming out like as extra as possible coming out of the furnace.
Best shots of the show. That was very powerful. But I mean, like the Balrog face, the Anatar coming out of the is it Anatar? Yeah, Anatar coming out of the
Anatar, furnace. Lord of Gifts, yeah.
Like, oh god, there's
honestly, I think the best shot of the show for me was in the finale. It was during the third, leaping at the Balrog in slow motion, like the final shot of the Dwarven King. Like
just the thing.
That was some biblical shit, man. That was like you look like you're like that's exactly what you'd see like on the tapestry, held in the halls of the mighty, like telling the story through poem and song. Like this is one of those moments. It was amazing. And the Mithril Caves right before that is like a close second. That was one of the best visuals we got all season, dude.
Just so fucking beautiful.
You see, people, you see how easy it is to get fully derailed down a Rings of Power rabbit hole. We were just about to watch the mid-season trailer for Agatha, and then boom, we got to talk shit about Gloog again because it's that time. But yeah, no, let's watch this mid-season trailer because I am interested to see what they have in store for us. That's so exciting. They felt the need to put it in another trailer, even though we're already watching the show. So let's take a look here. Agatha All Along mid-season trailer. Let's go.
What does Billy Maximoff want?
There's the name drop. That's wild.
Straight away with the name.
Power doesn't interest me. I want something else, something more.
2 harbingers of doom?
They're saying another twist is coming. That Billy's not the twist.
The only danger to us in this trial is Agatha Harkness.
I do not trust you.
You're so much.
I won't trust you either, kid. Just say it.
Feels like there's a story there. Get ready for fireworks! Get ready for spectacle! In the end,
he does a good witch laugh. That's totally what got her the role in the first place.
Dude, her and Apu.
Admit it. You prefer me horizontal in a grave. This can end right here, right now.
I'm sorry, was that Caliber?
Will Agatha Harkness
Was that
finally
fucking?
meet her
I think they're
end?
having a fairy
Agatha
tale.
All Along.
They're
First
totally gonna
5
have a
episodes
fairy
now
tale.
streaming only on Disney Plus.
Oh,
Okay.
ooh. Yeah, dude. Like, I've been so pumped and so hooked automatically. Like, I had no idea if they were gonna try to give Agatha a redemption arc, and the more that this show seems to go, the more it really seems that they're not gonna give her a redemption arc. It's purely just her looking out for herself.
I think she's going to
And,
double
like,
down. Yeah. No, I don't think we're going to.
She's just cohorting other people. It's
No,
like it's
exactly.
like that joke.
We're not
It's
going to end
that
up with
one
like
joke.
happy Agatha, like good, gentle, sweet Agatha. Like she's going to stay the person she is. This is just like giving us an adventure with like she's not changing her course. No. She's a villain through and through. That's what I get.
It's like that joke, you know, when you're being chased by a bear, you don't have to be the fastest, but you just have to, you know, not be the slowest. That's essentially Agatha's whole philosophy. She's like, if I bring enough slow ass, dumbass people with me, they'll probably get distracted and die first while I, you know, can take the lead. But like, it's just going to bite everyone in the ass. And I am now really curious to see like, if this is, you know, Wiccan's full coming out show, like, is he going to then join the Young Avengers? Is he going to show up in the fucking stupid Tony Stark?
Is he a good guy?
Avengers movie. Wiccan? Yeah, I know. Wiccan's a good guy. He also works a lot with the X-Men. Yeah.
I did not get good guy vibes from him so far.
Yeah, no, he's totally. Well, I mean, also that was kind of his thing in the last episode. He really wanted to make it a point of like, hey, I thought we were going down the witch's road because I thought we were all about this like for sisterhood. I thought we were all about this for like, you know, for group. But like everyone
Really, it was all about Agatha.
Yeah, like that was kind of his question. Like, so is being a witch just purely about doing things for your own benefit and doing things for your own ends? And it's like, no, it's not. That it just is for Agatha, and like she's kind of just manipulated other people to come along. Like, why did the potions lady get her shit bound in the first place? Why is the fortune teller lady? Also, Patti LuPone is fucking killing that role. I just want to say she is absolutely fucking phenomenal.
I think it's hilarious how many people are like discovering Patti LuPone through this show.
Like
too.
she's had such a musical history. Like she's
a legend. She's an absolute legend. She's had so many roles, and they're all iconic. And I'm glad that she's found a way to introduce herself to like the next generation of show watchers who are not into Broadway but do watch Disney Plus. Now they all get to know who she is, you know.
But she's like absolutely eating it. But I want to know like what random voices is she like randomly channeling? Like, or like what kind of little personality tick? It's the same thing with why I like when we were watching the final season of Bad Batch and like they kept emphasizing fucking
Crosshair's handshaking. Totally.
And the glove. And I'm like, what is it about the glove? Why do they keep making us focus on his fucking hand? And it's just like, it's nothing. It's purely just a character.
It was just the character detail. It was just a way of making him more three-dimensional as a living person.
It's like, God damn it. Like that shit. That's the thing that like itches my brain and just like, I don't know, it ticks me, or not ticks me, but it like makes me notice things in a way that's just like, why? What is the reason?
It cracks me up that Aubrey Plaza is in this show. She is just being Aubrey Plaza if Aubrey Plaza was a witch, though. I don't feel like she's changed. She's doing anything to change herself into a character. She's just playing herself as a witch.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from the performance so far. Which is both like pretty entertaining, but also kind of like, okay, I guess Aubrey Plaza is just Aubrey Plaza in the Marvel universe. Like, fair enough. I need to know more about her character, Rios, and like what her backstory is. And I don't think we're going to get it to like the very end because it's going to be one of the big twists, who she turns out to be.
Because her Funko Pop has her labeled as just death. So that's why we're also trying to like, what does that mean?
Oh, really?
What does that mean? Why?
Does that mean that she's playing death?
No, like her Funko Pop.
Her Funko Pop is labeled Death, which means maybe the character is not really Rios isn't her real name, or she's actually Death.
Yeah, or like the embodiment of death. And then therefore it's like, what does that fucking mean? Because they also in the last 2 episodes have kept repeating the same line of at the end of the Witch's Road you meet death. or like death meets you at the end of every witch's road. So it's like, is everyone dead? Everyone dying? And then Wiccan, like the whole point is that Wiccan tries to resurrect his mom, realizes that he can't resurrect his mom, but he needs to be his own person, and then comes into the greater MCU universe as like the new demiurge big magic maker. So like, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of potential things that they could go with it, but I'm really fucking curious.
Yeah, that's really interesting to me. I was only 4 episodes left, so we're gonna get some answers soon, and then I will have to try and make sense of them. And you are gonna have to help guide me through this because I find the whole thing quite confusing. This must be what a normie feels like that watches a Star Wars show. You know, I never experienced that with Star Wars, but like I'm experiencing it with Marvel now. It's eye opening for me. I'm enjoying the show. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I've seen how it sticks the landing. See like how we wrap this tale up. Is it gonna have a satisfying ending? You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dollars to donuts. Wanda's not dead, and she will, if not make a full ass appearance in this show, be like referenced heavily by the end of it. You know.
Yeah. Aside from her dead body just being mild.
Yeah, we'll cut to like wherever she is and like her eyes open. End of the show. You know, that kind of thing.
Linkin Park.
Exactly. Then Linkin Park starts playing.
Michael Bay.
Exactly. Jesus. So the only other thing that we really had to talk about tonight is I found this article talking about a rumor. All right, I'll preface this by saying that this is definitely a rumor and not any sort of officially confirmed story. But the rumor is that Cal Kestis of the Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order games will be making his live-action Star Wars debut soon, presumably in a Disney Plus show and or film that's in production. The article says, since the release of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order in 2019, franchise fans have been eager to see the video game protagonist Cal Kestis make the jump to live action. And while fans have been left in the dark about the character's future in the series, a new rumor suggests he will be making his live-action debut very soon. According to industry insider Daniel RPK. Oh, okay. All right. Well, the grains of salt I'm taking this rumor with just increased. Apparently, he's coming to a live-action project very soon, quote unquote. He revealed the information via his Patreon Tuesday evening. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That already gives me pause. I'm not really trying to signal boost a rumor from Daniel RPK.
Yeah.
However, if you were to ask me, will Cameron Monaghan play the role of Cal Kestis in live action at some point? My answer would be, of course he will. Duh. I've been saying this since Jedi Fallen Order came out, since he was cast to play that role. I'm like, they didn't do that for no reason. There's a reason they made the character look exactly like the actor, because they've always had plans of bringing this guy in. That was always the plan. Look at Kay Vess, all right? And then look at Umberly Gonzalez. They do not have the same face. They could have chosen to make it look exactly like her, but they have plans for Cal Kestis, and so they literally have it be the actor in this costume. Like, that's always been the plan. I kind of thought maybe it would be the Ahsoka show where he would show back up. He is the right age to play himself in the Mandoverse timeline right now.
Yep.
So
that's what I was thinking. If he were to show up in Mando Grogu movie,
could be there. Could also be Heir to the Empire too. The Filoni movie that's coming after that one, because that's supposed to tie up, like, converge all of our loose ends into one big event. And if like Cal Kestis comes into the fold in that way, like, that could be pretty satisfying if handled well. You know, what do you think? You played the Jedi games, right?
I mean, I was gonna say the biggest, or like the only most recent Star Wars rumor I heard, or like theory that I saw going around the internet, was that Skeleton Crew is going to be the prequel to Captain EO. And that's going to end up what everything's going to be, because of like the blue alien, and like his parents are very similar to the blue elephant looking aliens in
Neil and Hooter.
The the peg-legged robot android from Captain EO. There's also
these are not rumors or theories. These are facts.
Yeah, right. And then facts, right?
There's no way they're not connected.
There's a lot. The more I'm hearing through the more I'm hearing through the echo chamber of Star Wars Twitter a little bit of Captain EO and and what more and more of Skeleton Crew ends up being, like, I would not be surprised, or like, I think that would be an absolutely amazing and hilarious sort of.
I mean, I think the evidence is there, man. I think all the evidence is there. You laid it out. You just laid it all out. That's exactly what it is, and I think it's a very strong theory. And I know that the people making this show are big fans of Captain EO and the original Bride and a lot of the Disney attractions, and so of course this is going to be on their mind as well. It's no coincidence. It's no coincidence.
I just never thought about Captain EO in the Star Wars universe being part of the same fucking universe. You know what I mean? Like,
it makes sense to me.
So silly.
I had never considered it either. I didn't really know about Captain EO until
universe
recently.
of good and evil, where a small group struggles to bring freedom to the countless worlds of despair. A ragtag band led by the infamous Captain EO.
God, I hope not. God, I hope not. Damn it. It would be really hard to cast someone to play him convincingly, though, but they could do it. They could do it. I don't think that deep fakes are the way to go.
Is this it, Odie?
We'll see.
This is the only creature missing from Skeleton Crew. There's this guy with the two heads.
Hey, Hooter, we're almost there.
There he is.
Yeah, that guy.
There's our Hooter. Yeah, let me disable the overlay so we can see the rest. There we go.
Relax, there's no problem.
And then the little red fairy, we get to see it in the cage. Like, there's just so many little interesting.
Name's Fuzzball.
Yeah.
What? It wasn't our fault last time.
The fact that robot has a mustache is just amazing.
The fact that the robot can turn himself into a drum kit is pretty dope. Woo! There he is. There he is.
It looks like we tripped their intrusion alarm, sir.
Maddie and Odie blew it. They got two.
Yeah, Sean, totally reminds me of the Phantom Menace announcer too. One of those heads was Greg Proops, and I got to meet him once, and I was telling him about that role, and he forgot that he had done that. He was like, "What are you talking about?"
The command considers us a bunch of losers, but we're gonna do it right this time because we're the best. We don't, we'll be drummed out of the Corps.
We won't let you down this time, sir.
We're going to do it right.
That's right. We'll be perfect.
That's right.
By the book.
Okay.
Captain, there's something weird out there.
A patrol ship.
I thought so. Maybe we can outrun it.
Nathan, I'm glad you had a good time watching Captain EO. You were 9. I was busy being bored. That's a slick maneuver. Uh-oh.
The fact that he has a fucking tail, too.
For balance. Uses it to play his instruments.
Somebody get the map. Where's the map?
Who there?
Fuzzball.
Everyone just yells at Hooter all the
My
time.
favorite part of this whole thing is how many times people shout Hooter.
Commander Bob.
Captain EO, you are late reporting in. Are you having a problem finding our landing beacon?
No, sir. Everything's under control, sir.
Yeah, it looks real under control.
He's having a slight thruster malfunction, sir.
Captain EO, are you engaged in combat against orders? Let's see. Lost my visual.
How does that happen? Is it a hard light hologram? Why did that land on him and not go through him? I demand answers to these technical questions.
Mighty, the sail's not in.
Oh, man.
Okay. It's right behind you.
Hard agree, Michael. This would absolutely be put on Disney Plus.
What's going on?
Situation normal.
The red button.
Hooter! Also, I love that it's a solar sailor, just like Dooku's ship.
I love how Hooter's kind of wearing like a mesh tank top also.
Yeah, you know he parties. Mesh tank top. Only people who party wear those. True.
Hold on.
This is a great model work. Like, honestly, it's pretty excellent. Industrial Light and Magic all the way. Or does Disney Imagineering have their own production house for this stuff? I assume they went through.
I think this was still done by. I'm pretty sure this was still done by Light and Magic.
Also, why is it that the things that are flying around in this cockpit of a spaceship are a fried egg and a banana peel? That's what was on him when he woke up. Great lighting in these sequences too, like the colored lights.
Well, so far so good, Captain EO. Though I must admit, I am a bit surprised after the mess you made of your last mission. But now that you've found the beacon, take the map, find the Supreme Leader, and give her the gift.
That's inappropriate, right? Don't get me wrong. If I was flying around, I would have breakfast food all over me. I get it. I get it.
I'm gonna have breakfast. That's hilarious. I see you, Homo Solari. I love that Captain EO wears a cape too, or a cloak. That's a proper cloak.
Well, one of the parts of the theory was that skeleton we see briefly in the trailer is apparently wearing Captain EO's jumpsuit.
Oh shit!
Which would imply this is not a prequel, but a continuation, like a reboot, or like a soft reboot in universe kind of thing. Kind of the way they created the Kelvin timeline in Star Trek, you know, with like the splitting off and recasting. They could do that here. We could get a Kelvin version of Captain EO that's canon in Star Wars. But yes, the mustache is a must for any.
Dude, the robot. The more I look at him, the fact that he also has like shoulder pauldrons, and then these creepy motherfuckers, like so much about this movie.
EO heed his last heed.
Like there's so much about this shit that reminds me of Return to Oz and how much of a fucking acid trip the Wheelers were.
The wheelie bastards.
And fucking TikTok.
Also, Angelica Houston.
Metallic robot.
Angelica Houston, bro. She looks phenomenal, and I love this effect, this visual effect they've got of her like floating there.
I figured they had her like descend like a spider kind of thing.
Well, they did, but I'm pretty sure they just had her lay on the ground and then like filmed it from a different angle to like create the like a motion control kind of thing to make it look like she's moving.
See you later, Treskin. And for him, 100 years of torture.
Definitely my first thought too.
Your Highness, my loyal companions and I accept these punishments.
We do? Of course we do. He's our captain. Speak for yourself.
We have come here uninvited and unannounced.
So, then we both admit to your stupidity. Why?
That's not very nice.
To bring a gift, Your Highness.
Right? Like
to someone as beautiful as you.
You think me beautiful?
With my claws.
I know. She's really enjoying the makeup and like the prosthetics.
You're silly, it's just futile.
So, let me see this gift.
Not only see, Your Highness, but hear.
Here we go. Here we go. This is where it gets good. Very dangerous maneuver, you know, just shooting your leg off. Do you think he does yoga?
He's the one. He's the one who turns. Oh no, we already said he turns. Yeah, it's wild. I love how his cloak changes color.
I know. God damn it, Hooter! Can't take you anywhere.
Yeah, that's
Come on, Hooter, fix it. Hooter! There we go.
That is like the strongest, weirdest transmogrification magic ever. But the fact that his magic only works when the bards are collectively doing the ritual song, like they need the ritual song for his magic.
That's like the highest level bard spell you can cast, for sure. It's like, I'm gonna turn those orcs into fucking backup dancers.
Yeah.
Wyatt, who says this isn't canon? Canon to me, bro. Also, I'm just noticing now that all of the background extras, if you combine them, it's the Padman and Lady colors. And I kind of love that too.
Oh my god.
This is the Naboo delegation.
Oh my god, I can't unsee that now. Oh man.
Too good. You know what, dude? We need custom Captain EO Shatterpoint minis.
Dude.
You could have a Shatterpoint squad of EO, Cooter, Droid, and then Fuzzball. And you can play a card that turns your team into backup dancers.
Bro, they would have to bring your proxy minis for the Ghost Squad. Like Chopper would have to be the drum kit robot, and then Zeb would be, I don't know, fucking the little floaty thing. Defeating fascism with lightsabers.
Yeah, this machine kills fascists, and it's just a fucking boombox.
It's a dance-off, bro? Is it technically a dance-off when the person
it's not even a
you're
dance-off.
dancing against,
He's not dancing. You're just serving her.
That's being ableist. That's not cool. How can you challenge the person who can't use her legs to a dance?
Whatever. They're just like distant on her because she's not as beautiful as she is on the inside. That's really what's happening here. They're just peer pressuring her into like watching her hair and becoming beautiful. I like to think that this is in-universe. This is a show that people watch on the HoloNet, and Luke Skywalker has like watched every episode of the movie as a little farm boy.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at him! He's trying to run away. He cast fear on him, and he failed on his saving throw.
There's some good wits.
Good job, Fuzzball. That was brilliant. I like how they're still wearing armor, but now
we
like
have symmetry
armor.
again. He's like, okay, I'm not getting tag teamed. We can like use symmetry now.
He just turned that org into Elvis.
Fucking guy. Yeah, man. Thanks for setting me free.
I'm gonna learn this bass riff. It's too good.
I love that they kind of look like Tron characters as well. Come on. They rent halls of tapioca plastic chasing? Absolutely, dude. They have it playing above the bar. Are you kidding?
It's on the big suspended TV in the corner all the time. In fact, that Book of Boba Fett episode where Boba walks into the Taji station and wrecks the bikers, I'm pretty sure if the camera had panned just a little bit more, we would have seen this on the TV.
Yeah, deep down in the soul. How are you floating? How are you levitating now?
He's got powers, dude.
I know.
What do you think his midi-chlorian count is if he can do this? Like they should do an epic rap battle of like Captain EO versus just a traditional Jedi who can use the powers better.
Is it Cher?
No, it's fucking dude. It's Angelica Houston.
Oh yeah, that's right. fucking Morticia Addams.
I love that she's got like starlight coming off of her, but like the necklace is like made of it. That she had like jewelry in that shot that like isn't real. And also for some more lore about this originally, the only way you could watch this was like going to Disneyland and seeing it in their little on-site theater. It's a 3D movie.
It
right?
was
It comes
3D.
with there's smoke and lasers and like all kinds of cool stuff going on outside of just what we're watching here. So really, this is not the whole experience we got. There was more to it. Check out the George dancing.
The question now would Captain EO be your stand-in proxy for Kanan Jarrus, or would he be your stand-in for Ezra? That's the
Which
question.
one?
Michael, would Captain EO be your stand-in for Kanan Jarrus or for Ezra Bridger? Right? That's rough.
You know what? Neither. I think that he is our canon Kype Durron.
But he's not part of Shatterpoint. I'm trying to think of like who would the proxy characters be for this.
Well, like I'm just thinking Star Wars wise, he's a complete anomaly to the Force. He's super powerful. Was never traditionally like classically trained in it. He just has this skill, and he's discovered one day and brought into the practice.
What he's using is, I mean, like.
EO is the fucking Tom Bombadil of Star Wars, bro. He's just out there with powers, not fighting the Empire.
He uses what comes from his soul, which is still technically kind of the Force, I guess. But at the same time, he uses fucking Francis Ford Coppola. Jesus Christ. Wild. Oh, it is Walt Disney Imagineer. Oh no, based on story by. But I wonder who actually did the actual. What's it called? Lighting and design for it. But yeah, damn. Well, thank you all for hanging out with us. I was not expecting for a
story time kind of turned into TV time. You know what? That's okay too, because at least one person in the chat had never seen Captain EO before, and we just helped them on their journey. They just took a larger step down a crazy rabbit hole. The story of Captain EO, how it came to be and how it ended, is actually pretty fascinating. And if you're not familiar with that deep lore, I highly suggest you look it up.
Yeah. Especially potentially.
This is among the questions that are posed as you do research, for sure. Yeah. Sorry, what were you going to say?
That if anything, do your research potentially before Skeleton Crew comes out, because if there are indeed enough Easter eggs that are
full of references. There's going to be so many.
Hilarious. It's going to be.
And you're going to want to be in a position to catch all of these Captain EO references as they are made in real time. And if you feel like you may have missed some after you watch the episode, come on over to the Kakatarn YouTube channel and watch our reaction to Skeleton Crew, because we're going to be pointing out every single Captain EO reference in parallel and potential reference that we come across. It's going to be in the forefront, at least of my thinking, because I'm a big fan of Captain EO, and I would love to see what sort of like a soft canonization is even possible, because like I said, he's so outside of all of it. Like he's Tom Bombadil. That really is the perfect analogy for who EO is. He's the Bombadil of Star Wars, if he's in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. This has been the Dork Forces podcast, episode 85. We are coming up on those triple digits, and we're going to have something very special planned. There'll be more information about that when we get to episode 100. But for now, thank you so much for watching. You can catch us live every Monday at 7 PST, right here on YouTube, Twitch, wherever you happen to be watching. We do try to stream it on Twitter as well. We have a Dork Forces Twitter page. However, the last couple of weeks now, StreamYard has not been cooperating with my Twitter account. So I'll have to figure that one out. Maybe do a little bit of percussive maintenance like this. No. We'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. This has been the Dork Forces podcast. We are your hosts, Kyle and Bendu, and as always, may the Force
be with you.
Right now, I'm surprised and entertained.
今、ジョージ・ルーカスを驚かせ、楽しませているもの、キューヘッドの高画質、ナショナル・マックロード・ムービー。